With one of the biggest decisions in this year's transfer portal having to be made, there were arguments for a whole bunch of different locations to go. There were some who didn't even want to go to Auburn, Florida, or LSU. There were some just saying, hey, stay at Georgia State, keep building what you were building. And then there wasn't really much love for Auburn, but it mainly came down to Florida and LSU. And while both schools had compelling arguments, the built-in rivalry with Florida, LSU being able to have the following of the footsteps of guys like Burrow and Daniels. It ultimately came down to LSU and Florida, and it was a difficult decision for Prince McNitt, but there was a lot of variables and a lot of factors that went into the ultimate decision to sign ahead with LSU. Coming off a 5-7 season last year, schools like Auburn and Florida are going to be starting the season ranked this year, and in Florida's case, they're going to be a top 15 school starting off the year. Maybe we could have hitched a ride to Florida, have our guaranteed game against Georgia, and ride into a top 10 ranking pretty comfortably, but McNitt didn't want to do that. He didn't want to hitch a ride with a place that was already going to be successful. He wanted to create the success himself, and LSU has a very talented defense. They were just lacking the offense last year, as they had one of the worst offenses in the SEC, and going out, landing the top quarterback in the transfer portal will greatly help that. This team is ready to make themselves relevant again. They just need someone to get them over the hump. And Prince McNitt wants to be that guy. LSU does play Georgia in the regular season this year, so we will still have that matchup. But starting off, we will be taking on Houston in the opening game of LSU season, and the first one in McNitt's career as a Tiger. Can he replicate the success of a guy like Joe Burrow? Can he replicate the success of a guy like Jaden Daniels? Will he find himself somewhere in between, or will he flame out altogether and not be able to follow in the steps of the guys that came before him, guys that saved their careers at LSU? Because Jaden Daniels was not going to be a number 2 overall prospect if he didn't go to LSU. Joe Burrow wouldn't have had the greatest season in college football history if he hadn't gone to LSU. So McNitt's trying to get some of that success, and he starts off with a great throw there. 3rd down and 7 out in enemy territory. McNitt dropping the throw. He's going to roll left, and he is going to try to tuck and run it, heading for the marker. Knocked out of bounds short. And LSU, one thing that they do struggle with is they don't have good kickers, so the field goal was no good. But McNitt here, second quarter, starts off with a bomb, and that's going to be the tight end for a touchdown. And watch out for him this year. Trades Green is a 6'7" vertical threat, speedy tight end, and he's an absolute matchup nightmare, a freakish talent. 4th down conversion is unsuccessful, and obviously we're going to have an adjustment period, learning the new playbook, learning this new system, and getting adjusted with these new players. And it's going to be a little bit of a slow start in the first half, as it's just 7 points put up, and the tackle gets mowed over, and he's going to just try to get rid of the football, and McNitt goes incomplete. One thing McNitt does have to get better with is trying to just play in structure. You know, with Georgia State, he was able to just be more talented than everybody on the field in the Sun Belt. Here in the SEC, he's got to be better, he's got to be smarter, and he's going to be taken off here, trying to head for the end zone. He gets the block, and he is in for his first rushing touchdown of the season. He had 8 last year, 7 the year before. He's got 1 so far in his junior season. Now 14-7 in the second half, and McNitt is going to bail left and throw it on the run. He's got the completed pass, and on the run is the receiver, and he's going to go all the way down inside the 20-yard line, setting his team up, and McNitt just throwing off platform what he is best at, throwing again. This time he is hit. 4th down comes. Field goal is good, but Houston scores a touchdown, and LSU threatening to go 3 and out. McNitt takes a shot deep. He's got it, and it's caught. Will he be into the end zone? Yes, he will. Touchdown LSU, and they take the 2-score lead. It is now 24-17 after a Houston field goal here in the 4th quarter, and LSU, you can see why they were a 5-7 team last year. You expect teams to come out here and dominate, but Houston's not a bad team, and LSU is still struggling after a couple of down years since Jaden Daniels left, but maybe they got their quarterback, because they haven't had a guy who can make a throw like that in a couple of seasons. And now in the red zone setup, goal to go. McNitt will throw, and he's rolling left, throwing on the run, and it's going to be caught turning upfield, and that's another touchdown, and McNitt is going to seal the deal here, and it's going to be an LSU victory, 1-0. It wasn't perfect, but it was definitely a nice showing. in his first game at LSU. And there's going to be games like this in the non-conference against FCS where we're not going to be sitting here hyper-focused on them. You expect to come out here and dominate against FCS, and when you're making plays like this, running backwards about 15 yards and chucking one deep and having it be caught, I think you're going to be okay. But this was a needed game to just kind of get settled, get acclimated. I mean, he was going from playing half-empty Georgia State stadiums to now a full packed house here at LSU. Going to be an adjustment period with these new players, but they can help you out like that when you take a little jet pass and take it all the way 35 yards for a touchdown. And it's going to be LSU scoring again, 14-0. We're just kind of cutting to the highlights here. We want to spend more time on the games that actually matter. And if you can't come out here and beat FCS Southeast, it's going to be a rough season. But McNitt still got his signature, physical running style, his hurdles, his everything. And now a throw down the left side of the field. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be inside the red zone. McNitt trying to add on to his touchdown count so far this season. And it's going to be caught, turning upfield, and that is a touchdown. The goal for McNitt this year, he threw 28 touchdowns, 12 picks last year. He wants a better touchdown and interception ratio, and more importantly, he wants to keep himself in the single digits for interceptions. Can he do that? We hope so. Also, we want to lower that sack number because, yeah, the offensive line was bad at Georgia State, but it's not like McNitt did them any favors with how much he runs around and tries to do all these other stuff, and it's going to get a lot of help here getting NIL deals. Now that he's at LSU, NIL deals are flooding in, and he is getting the benefit of them. But we have our first big test of the season. 2-0 LSU has number 10 USC on the road, and McNitt on the first possession will run it, and he's got a big one out of bounds. But he is going to have him set up in enemy territory. McNitt throwing outside. That's going to be broken up and incomplete. We'll see how he can handle his big test. He's never beaten a school this good before. He had that game to close out his career at Georgia State against Clemson. It wasn't pretty, but now he's got a roster that's good enough to compete. Can he be the missing piece for this LSU team? And the catch is made inside the 10-yard line. It's goal to go, and McNitt on second down and goal will look left, and he's going to throw it, and he got baited into that one. That's going to be intercepted. The first big mistake McNitt's made here at LSU, and it's going to be a costly one on the road, goal line situation. You throw an interception. Luckily, the defense is doing their thing so far this season. McNitt drops a little too far back, but thankfully, a big-time stop from the defense and a turnover gotten them in great field position. You're going to be seeing a lot of that as McNitt will throw one up for his receiver. He took the shot on that one and gave his receiver a chance, and there's that 6'7" tight end Green once again, and he just went over the top of defenders. He is going to be a special player for this team. I don't know if he's going to be as good as Mertz was at Georgia State. That's the only sad thing about leaving Georgia State is we leave him behind, but we have great weapons here, and the run game's going to help us out a little bit with a nice one there. Third down and 1. 7-3 game. McNitt is going to scramble left. He's got the first down marker, and he is running up ahead out of bounds. Doesn't take any big hits, doesn't fumble the football. He's got to get better at not fumbling. He fumbled a lot in his career at Georgia State, and now he's got a shot to the end zone, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown, and it is going to be 14-3, and the defense spectacular again. Another turnover force and an opportunity to take a 3-score lead. McNitt is going to run it. He's going to get inside the 5-yard line and set him up at the 3. Third down and goal, though, as McNitt will step up. He's going to run it, and he's got the touchdown, and it's going to be 21-3. LSU is running away with this one now, 21-6, 2-score game. Third down situation, and McNitt runs right into a sack. McNitt is going to have to try to find a balance between taking sacks, putting the ball in harm's way, because he'd rather take a sack than throw a ball up into dangerous coverage. But he doesn't want to take sacks. He doesn't want to take interceptions. He doesn't want to make all these mistakes. He's trying to limit them because this defense is good enough right now to where if you don't put the ball in harm's way, you don't kill drives with sacks like that, almost getting sacked there, then you're going to have an opportunity to win. This defense is basically just asking, hey, score 20-plus points, and we have an opportunity here. And when you're making plays like that, extending the play, throwing one, and giving your receiver a catch-and-run opportunity, you're going to have plenty of big-time plays, but he's going to run into a sack there. He just tried to run up ahead to give his opportunity at a field goal try. It did not work. The kicker on this team is not good. It's probably the biggest weakness. And on third down, McNitt is running around, and he's able to create late, and he's got the first down, and not many guys in the nation are going to be able to do that. 21-6, still your score here late in the fourth quarter. McNitt throwing, and he's going to go outside for the tight end. That's going to be caught. We're going to get it to goal to go now. Third down and goal, and this game is just about over, but can we get the final touch on it? McNitt rolling, and he is not going to be quite in. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Not a bad decision here. They're going to hand it off, and Holly's not going to get in, but it does not matter. A long way to go. USC does score, but they can't get the onside kick in. LSU is 3-0. McNitt helps pull off the upset, and a great performance by the defense too. How about hopping into this UTSA game after a 101-yard pick six, a rushing touchdown by our running back. McNitt just hasn't really done a whole lot because he's just been riding the wave of this run game, but 14-3, McNitt throwing over the middle. That's going to be caught for the first down, and McNitt taking his team down the field, trying to get up 21-3 early on in this one. McNitt going to run it. Kind of got slowed up in his lineman, but the field goal unit will convert, and it is 17-6. This team does like to have some design sprint out, roll out passes, really playing into McNitt's strengths, and he has to complete a pass down the field, and now play action. McNitt now he's going to roll left, and he is going to take it. He is running it. He gets the block, and he takes it out of bounds and gets it into the red zone. 15-yard line throwing. McNitt will roll, and he's going to run it again, and this time he's got the lane, and he's got the end zone. That's an LSU touchdown, and it is a 27-6 game. This non-conference schedule, LSU was only really worried about the USC game, and near it's going to be FCS, UTSA, both being handily taken care of, and that's going to be another touchdown, and LSU is looking like they're going to sweep their non-conference. Third quarter, 1 minute to play, an unfortunate moment here. The defender was just sitting on this one. He baits him and intercepts it, but it's not going to really matter all that much. LSU, after that interception, decides, you know what, let's just sit him down. He's kind of got this game in hand, and he didn't get benched because of poor performance. He just got benched because it was such a big lead. But LSU is going to take care of business, 37-13. And things are looking really good. They won 5 games all the last season. It was a pretty light non-conference other than that USC game. But you can see Georgia State is ranked, so that's going to be pretty cool. We're going to be rooting on the side for them, and LSU is close to being ranked themselves after that big USC victory. They've gotten some national consideration, and a game against Texas A&M, where you get conference play going here in the SEC, and it's going to be up to McNitt to try to win this game and get his team into the ranked scene, and it's going to be a first down, but a flag on the play is going to set them back. It was a holding, 3rd and 19 now, and McNitt is going to throw it on the run, and it is going to be caught for the first down, and McNitt just pulling one out of nowhere like he usually does, throwing now underneath. That's going to be caught, broken tackle, turning upfield, and the tight end, he is just so unstoppable, it feels like, and now McNitt going to have a run, and he gets just barely into the end zone. The ball breaks the plane, but the design running now is going to be something LSU maybe tries to tap into as well. The team is trying to test some different things, sprint out passes, roll out passes, design running plays. They are trying to utilize everything McNitt has and use his strengths to his advantage, and that's going to be another touchdown. You can really see the difference in going into an upgraded SEC top-of-the-line coaching staff and how they try to use their talented players. McNitt not able to do much there. It is going to be a punt situation. Texas A&M has 7 on the board. It is 14-7, and McNitt on 3rd down is not going to be able to outrun some of these players, but he is going to break 2 tackles and get a first down on 3rd down. Now another 3rd down situation. Does he got another one in him, but pressure gets in. 3 guys got off blocks, and LSU, how about another pick 6 for the defense and just doing incredible stuff. It is 21-7. McNitt will step up, and he's got a lane. He's got a couple of receivers open, but how about using them as blockers, and they pick up their blocks down the field. McNitt all the way down inside the 20, spin move, and he has one of his biggest runs of his career. McNitt is running wild in this game, and he is going to take off once again. How about going for the end zone, but he's going to go for the marker. 2nd down and inches. Now trying to get to goal to go. McNitt will throw it underneath, and that's going to be caught for the touchdown, and that's going to be LSU 28-7. And how about another design run play, just sweeping it, and got lead blockers, and there goes McNitt again, and he's got another big run. That's going to be a 25-yarder, and he's up over 100 yards. It's very rare that he runs for that many yards in a game, and and now RPO is going to be caught, and you can see we're really unlocking some of the best traits of McNitt and putting them on display for everyone to see, and it is resulting in great success for LSU as they are close to 5-0. Hand off to Holly. We haven't seen a whole lot of success in the run game. That's kind of why they've tapped into more of the designed runs for McNitt, as the backs haven't really helped him out a whole lot. We have kind of seen McNitt have these issues throughout his career with running backs not really doing a whole lot to help him out and put him in good situations. A fumble there results in a Texas A&M touchdown, but they only left themselves 29 seconds, and it was not going to be an onside kick. No miracles here. LSU takes home a conference victory, and they find themselves ranked. And look at that. They are right back to back with Georgia State. It is nice to see that this team has gotten themselves into the top 25 already, and we also were able to help Georgia State set themselves up for years of success potentially with a couple of nice seasons, as now we are on the road at Kentucky. Another difficult matchup every time you face off in the SEC conference. It is a gauntlet of really good teams. The worst team you're going to play is still going to be tougher than the hardest Sun Belt team you play. So McNitt's really got to be on his game week in and week out, and a 0-0 game here late in the first quarter. McNitt is rolling, and he is running. He's got the marker. He hits a first down and running ahead, trying to get his team into the end zone for the first time this game. McNitt with the play action. He's going to launch one for Trades Green, and the big tight end's got it for the touchdown, and he has quickly become the favorite weapon for McNitt, getting that big body athletic tight end. The ball is just such a cheat code, it feels like, and having McNitt being able to roll out and make these plays, and these receivers are able to create space. No one receiver is really dominating the stat sheets that much. Everyone's just kind of getting involved, and McNitt spreading the ball around. It's going to be incomplete there. Fourth down, no field goal try is going to be 7-0. Kentucky still keeping this one close, but McNitt not able to get the first down there, and Kentucky, though, not able to score. Third down and 10 here. McNitt trying to not go 3 and out, but he will. Not as much high-flying offense here, as it's going to be a 7-7 game. McNitt got a lot of time in the pocket, and that is something he is not used to. It's something that is a good sign to see him just standing in the pocket and being able to stand and deliver. It's something he needs to get better at, and that's a good job there. A little bit of pocket movement, not running, not bailing, just standing in there, staying clean, and making the great throw that you need to make. And now trying to get it into the end zone. It's going to be close. It's going to be goal to go, though, and now we jump ahead, third down and goal. McNitt, everyone's going left, and McNitt, he's going to go right and have a wide open lane for another rushing touchdown. He has been the real goal line threat, and now look at the defense getting an instant turnover, and we're going to be able to pound this one in with Holly. Now 21-7, just like that. The defense has done a phenomenal job this season of getting key turnovers and putting us in great field position. A sack there is going to punt the football away, but the defense gets a stop. How about we throw a little RPO to Trades Green for a first down? He can do it all. He is 6'7", but he can also rumble and run after the catch. Throwing a quick one there. That's the ball he threw an interception against on UTSA, so he has a completed pass on that play there. And Holly is not able to do anything. He fumbles the football, and you can really see why we haven't highlighted the running backs all that much. It's been a rough time for them, but McNitt on third down will throw, and that's going to be caught for the first down, and it's first and goal. 4 minutes to play, trying to put this one away. Man in motion, dropping to throw. McNitt, he's going to quickly roll right. He's going to throw it back corner of the end zone, and that's a touchdown, and that's going to do it here. 28-7, a consistent 7 every quarter, and LSU keeps it rolling this season. They are doing a great job. We've done good so far, but are we prepared for the biggest game of the season? One of the teams that we said no to was Auburn. Well, Auburn's sitting all the way up there at number 3 in the nation, so if we want to really prove that we are here to be a playoff contender, to be a top team, we got to come out here and beat one of the best teams in the nation. Like I said, when it came to Auburn and Florida, we didn't want to ride out some of these teams that started out at the top of the nation and just kind of be carried to a high national ranking. Prince McNitt did not want to be a part of something great. He wanted to be the reason why something was great, and he has an opportunity to come out here on the road in a sea of orange in the crowd and try to take down Auburn here as he is going to duck out of bounds after a nice run. We're going to get to see more action in this game. Like I said, we're going to be highlighting the biggest and the most important games of the season, so we got a little bit more to see here, and it's going to be a 4th and inches. They are not going to go for it. We'd like to see this team be a little bit more aggressive, but the defense did their thing, rolling out here on 3rd down, and McNitt trying to get to the marker. He's got the first down, and into the red zone they go. Man in motion. It's going to be McNitt. Drop in to throw. He's going to go outside on 3rd down, and the ball was not placed all that well, and it's going to be a field goal situation. Auburn kicks 3 of their own, and now 3rd down. McNitt is going to tuck. He is going to try to run. He's going to go back, break a sack, throw it, and it's going to be caught, but unfortunately not a first down. About as crazy of a 4-yard gain as you will see. Auburn, though, suddenly is up 13-3, and after another 3 and out, it's going to be back-to-back scoring drives from Auburn, but the defense did a good job holding the 2 field goals. It's going to be 2nd down throwing. It's caught for the first down. Time is winding down here in this 2nd quarter. Just 3.5 minutes to play. Is 3rd down and 7 again. McNitt on the rollout left, and he is going to just run it, and he's got the marker. It's going to be a first down in enemy territory now. We got a little RPO action, and that's going to be a great throw and catch for the first down, and getting closer, trying to make this a 1-score game, but we want the end zone here. McNitt play action, hit as he's thrown. The ball still gets to his receiver. It's a little dangerous when the ball gets sent out there after a hit, but it was good enough to be completed, and McNitt throwing incomplete. And how about scoring with less than 2 minutes to go, and then taking the opening half kickoff and returning it for a touchdown. And McNitt, the next time he touches the field, he's down 21 points. He's got to do something, and do something fast, because it's not like the defense and special teams is helping him out today. This is going to be one of those games where this is why you brought in McNitt. When you can't do everything on defense and, just score 25, 24 points, you got to go out there, put up 30, and try to win this game. And McNitt, he's been known to make a couple of comebacks in his career so far. He is one of those players who just doesn't let his team die, doesn't let his team be out of it. But this would be his most impressive work here. 3rd down and 5. Quick pass outside. That's going to be caught for the first down, and getting closer to that end zone. It's going to be man in motion. McNitt to throw it. He's going to run it, and can he make it to the end zone? Not quite, but he's got a 2 goal to go. And McNitt, 1st down and goal. He will drop to throw, and quick outside. That's going to be caught, and a touchdown. And LSU trying to claw their way back into it, and they get the football back down by 14, so they're going to have the opportunity to try to make this a 1-score game. Maybe by the time the 4th quarter arrives here, as it's going to be play action. McNitt is going to roll right. He is going to stop, throw it. That's going to be caught for a first down and more, and getting closer and closer. Can they pull this thing off, as McNitt is going to get hit as he's thrown, but it's going to be intentional grounding, so it's not going to matter. It's basically the same thing as a sack, so really backed up now. It's going to be 3rd down and very long, as McNitt will throw it. It's going to be incomplete, and they are out of field goal range, but the defense trying to find themselves some footing here in the 2nd half. They get themselves another stop, and McNitt's going to have the opportunity to get this football down the field once again. Good field position to start, and he's going to help them out with a 10-yard run to get them set up 3rd down and 9 now at the 30-yard line, rolling right. McNitt will throw on the run. He's got it in the end zone. That's going to be caught for a touchdown. LSU, they're pulling within 1 score. Defense has the football back, and now in the 4th quarter, they were down by 21, now just down by 7 with 8 to play. An opportunity to try to tie this game up, and McNitt throwing over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. Defense is going to do their job once again. They've played a phenomenal 2nd half. The only touchdown is from special teams, and now McNitt, he hits the same route that was missed previously, and he is going to have it 1st down and in scoring position. Just under 5 to play. McNitt throwing. That's going to be caught, and now goal to go for the LSU offense, and 3.5 minutes to play. Throwing quickly, and that's going to be intercepted, and he made the wrong read. You can take a look at the replay. It was an RPO. Throwing it was correct, but he didn't throw it to the right guy. Thankfully, the defense does their thing. They get a fumble, and McNitt is given a second opportunity to do this over again. 2 minutes to play. It's third down and long. 2-minute warning has hit, and McNitt on third down and long's got to do something here. Hit as he's thrown. That's going to be caught. 10-yard gain. It's fourth down and 4. Game on the line here. McNitt will throw it. He's got a man on the outside, but he missed it, and McNitt missed the throw. Auburn takes over, and you're not getting a third chance. This game is over. A heartbreaking way to end this one. You had 2 opportunities close to the end zone, an interception, and then just a flat-out miss. The game, though, I guess it impressed people enough. We moved up in the rankings. Some other teams lost, but it was a close game against Auburn. I don't know, but we moved up in the polls. That's our first loss of the season, but it doesn't get much easier when you have to go back home and Tennessee's there waiting for you. We have to just shake that one off, and McNitt has to just go and try to keep his head down, focus, and not think too much about the failures of what happened at Auburn, as it's going to be a screen pass setup. Big game there, but they need to recover. They need to bounce back and win this game if they're going to have a chance to go to the SEC championship or even just go to the playoffs. There's a touchdown there, and an easy dump off was given to the running back. He took it all the way, and McNitt will now throw deep. He's got a man, and it's going to be caught, and down the field they go, and McNitt has his team up 7-0. Can he make it 14-0? And he's going to throw it outside, and he leads it in to the end zone. Great ball placement by McNitt. It's now 17-0. Still early in the second quarter as McNitt will roll, and he's going to throw it as he is hit. It's a complete punt situation there, but now we jump ahead. Third down and inches, football back, and McNitt read option, and that's going to be no good. Rushing success hasn't really been there that much, especially not since that Texas A&M game. Teams have really keyed in on the running attack and forcing McNitt to beat him from the pocket, something that is, I guess, his biggest weakness relative to some of his other strengths, but he is trying to get better as a pocket thrower, and he is making some plays. He's showing some flashes that he can really just stand in there and beat you from the pocket like this, just drop him back and throwing a good ball, and that's going to be another touchdown, and McNitt is going to have it, but this one, it's not actually going to be a touchdown. He stepped out of bounds. It's going to be overturned, so touchdown taken off the board. McNitt in the offense has to go back out there and try and do it again. McNitt in the shotgun, Holly next to him, and he is going to take the snap. Minute 20 to play, rolling right, and he is going to have a running play and out of bounds. Second down and goal, trying to get back into the end zone, get what was taken away from him, and McNitt is going to run it. He's got the lane, and he's got the touchdown. They can't take that one away. It is 24-8, a touchdown and 2-point conversion from Tennessee. Keeps them alive, but McNitt running, and he's got a first down. He's trying to get his legs going. He is dangerous when you get him an open lane. Screen set up here, and the running back's got it. Holly cuts it up ahead, and he has it. 4th and 7. Field goal is good. Tennessee scores a touchdown. No 2-point conversion this time around, as McNitt will roll and throw it. That's going to be incomplete. 4th down, but McNitt in the offense set up in great field position. This defense, one of the best at getting those turnovers in key situations, and they are setting them up in an opportunity to try to put this game away. McNitt will have a QB draw called, and that's going to go nowhere. Field goal is no good. Defense, though, did their job once again. Set him up. Good field position. The play action throw is caught by the tight end, who runs it up ahead, breaking a tackle. He got himself the first and goal, and McNitt now third down and goal. He'll drop all the way back, throw it, and the check down man was open, and LSU puts it away 35-21. And despite that rough game against Auburn, they bounced back with a pretty comfortable and convincing victory over Tennessee. And in the first college football polls, LSU is 7. Auburn has lost, and we see teams like Florida and Georgia State up in the mix, but it is a competitive race here in the SEC. At 7-1, the SEC schedule continues to roll on, and we are on the road at Missouri, and we get set up in amazing field position, and in 2 plays, we got a touchdown here. And the defense, man, Look at these field positions that we are getting. Play action on 3rd down and inches, and McNitt is going to run it. He's got the 1st down, and he's got his team goal to go. It's going to be 3rd down and goal, tight end in motion, and it's going to be a handoff to Holly, and that's going to be a touchdown for LSU and a quick 14-0 lead here now in the 2nd quarter. Holly has the carry, and he's got a big run, one of the few big runs he's had all year. We're into enemy territory, and now 3rd down and 11, though, still threatening to make this a 3-score game if we could stay in field goal range, but we want the 1st down, and McNitt, he's going to have the 1st down and more. He takes a shot on the hurdle, but it's going to be set up 10-yard line, and man in motion. It's going to be a jet pass, and it's going to be cutting up the field, up the middle, and that's a touchdown for LSU, and it's 21-0, and Missouri has no answers for this team. McNitt hit after he is thrown, but he's got a completed pass, and things are looking beautiful right now as this team continues to try to prove that they deserve to be in the national championship picture, and that's a big play touchdown. It is 28-0. Missouri puts up a touchdown, and now it is finally on the board for Missouri, but he's got another deep shot, and that's going to be caught on the first play of the next drive, and it's a touchdown again. 35-7. Missouri puts up another touchdown, but they are still just chasing this offense, and they are putting up one of their best games of the season as McNitt has been unstoppable today, and so have these receivers and the tight end. Everyone's been on fire, and McNitt stopping, throwing, caught, and that's another big play. 4 touchdowns on the board for McNitt. Can he get a 5th? Throwing it outside. That's going to be inside the red zone, inside the 10-yard line. And these quick hitters, these RPOs, these screens are doing great work. And the handoff finishing the job. 45-14 now. We jump ahead. Another touchdown put up. And it's going to be a 59-28 game. McNitt hit the bench for the final couple of minutes, and a 59-point outing from the offense has us put in a great position. The Georgia game, though, it's almost here. They're saving it for really late in the season. Georgia State's still in the mix, number 10 in the nation. You just want to keep an eye on them. Up next, we got a very nice Mississippi State team. They are 6-3 on the season, but LSU crowd here on a Saturday night is going to be rocking for this one. And a completed pass here. LSU fans, reason to believe that they can go and make a run in the playoffs as McNitt will throw. Hit as he's thrown, and it's going to be a flag on the play. And that's going to be pass interference. Very questionable call, but we will take it. Set up at the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, handing it off and powering his way in. That's going to be Bibbs for the touchdown, and it's going to be 7-7 after a Mississippi State touchdown. Play action. McNitt is going to roll left and stop throw, and that's going to be another flag on the play. The 1st down, it's not going to stand here. Maybe a bit of a make-right call here. It's going to be an ineligible man down the field, and it's going to be setting us back 3rd down and very long now. And McNitt, does he have another big play in him? Throwing it, and he just let it too far out of bounds, and it's going to be incomplete. Mississippi State tacks on a field goal, and LSU, for the first time in a while, is going to be down here as they hadn't been losing a game since that game against Auburn, and we are still trying to keep that one out of our minds, but 2-minute warning has hit. Offense definitely not as explosive as they were in that 59-point outing, but McNitt has the carry in a big-time run, 20-plus yards now, just a minute to play, and he's going to throw one. That's going to be caught, and it's going to be 1st down and setting us up. 2nd down and 3 inside the 10-yard line. McNitt is going to run it, and he's in. That's a generous spot, but they give us the touchdown, and McNitt has it 14-10, and second half is underway. Throwing, that's going to be incomplete, and now punting the football away, but the defense gets the stop. 2nd down and inches now as McNitt will quickly roll right. He's going to stop. He's going to throw it. He's got an open man, and on the run, can he be caught? Yes, he can, but another big play sets us up in scoring position. Play action, rolling left, and McNitt, he's on the move. He's at where he is best, and he is running. Can he get to the end zone? Hurdling over a man, but the ball flies out of his hands and out the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. What a hurdle, though, as McNitt, he's going to keep on running. That is an unfortunate fumble, though, as it's going to set us back, but not hold us back too much because the defense is getting stops and we are putting ourselves in position to score. McNitt is running a whole lot in the second half. Fourth quarter is underway as McNitt is going to try to tuck and run it again, and he's got at the end zone this time. No touchback, no turnover, and a 21-10 game for McNitt. And the defense now checks onto the field. They get a pick six, and it's going to be now an 18-point game, throwing an RPO. And McNitt has really been trying to get his RPO game better after that Auburn game. Ever since that Auburn missed throw in the end zone, he has really kind of stepped it up in the RPOs. You've seen him make a lot of nice plays and a lot of nice opportunities given here. A field goal was tacked on. So now we're in a 21-point game. McNitt is running around just trying to make some magic happen, and he's got the first down. He runs a whole lot of distance to cover about a 12-yard run, and it's going to be setting us up with a play action rolling out, third down. He's out running the defense. No rushing lanes are opening up, so he's just going to throw into the end zone. It's incomplete. The field goal will be good. The defense allows a touchdown, but it's just ultimately not going to be enough for Mississippi State. They go down, and LSU rolls on, and it's time for the big game, the game that we have been waiting for, the game that is really going to determine a whole lot of narratives on Prince McNitt. It's number 4 LSU versus number 6 Georgia, and it's been a long road to get back here, starting his career at Georgia, getting kicked off of the team, having to rebuild himself at Georgia State just so he can go get back into the SEC, so he can have another shot at the team that cut him loose when this all began. The career that McNitt has had is because of the school that cut him loose, gave up on him, and didn't let him try to grow as a person, as a player, as a human being. They just cut him loose, and now he's got the big game here, and he's got an opportunity, but he's getting sacked immediately, and they're going to be sending the house on this team as McNitt is going to try to do something here. Hit as he's thrown. It's going to be an illegal forward pass, it looks like, but a disastrous first drive as Georgia trying to rattle him. There's a lot at play, not just from a physical standpoint in the playing of this game, but the mental standpoint of what this game means to McNitt. Georgia is already up 7-0 as McNitt tries to just get a couple of plays, get in rhythm, but a fourth down play there is no good. Defense does their job. They get a stop, good field position, but a free rusher gets in. Offensive line just didn't pick it up, and now it's going to be third down and long again behind the sticks, and McNitt going to throw one, and that's going to be incomplete. So the offense has really struggled in this first quarter. It's 14-0 Georgia, and McNitt, he's going to get sacked again on third down. And this team is just getting bulldozed right now. It's 21-0, and McNitt, familiar territory here, down by 3 scores, but I don't know. Are you going to be able to make a comeback here, as it's going to be a bubble screen thrown out, and finally a big play for this offense. McNitt needs to do something here. He can't come out here at home and get blown out by this team. It will destroy him as he throws one, and that's going to be a touchdown. They responded with a big-time score, and Georgia, no points on that drive, setting us up in great field position, but it is third down and long. It's going to be McNitt throwing one for the end zone, and that's going to be caught for a touchdown, and just like that, LSU pulls within 1 score. With McNitt in this defense, this team certainly scores in bunches as they have the football back, third down, taking a shot, but he got a completed pass, and that is an incredible play. Now looking to maybe tie this game, throwing it out, and it's going to be incomplete, fourth down, and the field goal is going to be good, but Georgia now struggling themselves as LSU sets us up. Now, are we going to be in a position to take the lead here? Incomplete, no. Field goal is good. It's 21-20. Second half is underway, and now this team is really settled in, and now it's a real game here. Throwing one up, and that's going to be caught on a jump ball. Second down and 7. Play action. McNitt to throw. He takes a shot, but he's going to have a ball completed down the field, and now Georgia is reeling here. 20 unanswered from LSU, and they could be losing if they can't get a turnover here, and it's going to be a completed pass. First down and goal. Now handing it off, trying to get that full touchdown lead. He can't get in. Second down and goal. Now the backup running back is in Bibbs. He's the goal line finisher of this team, but he gets blown up there. Third down and goal. Under center now. McNitt is going to play action, and the free rusher comes off the edge, and it's going to be a sack. And now the field goal try is going to be good. Georgia ends the third quarter. We go into the fourth. They get a field goal, and now this is going to be a really close game. McNitt misses the pass there, and it's going to be 3rd down and 7. Dropping to throw it, and McNitt running. Does he have enough speed? No, he does not. Does the defense have something else for us? Georgia gets a field goal, so it's still a 1-score game, and an opportunity is going to be had. McNitt on the read option. He fumbles the football, though, and Georgia picks it up. A turnover at the worst time. The defense is going to help us out, but we lose a couple of minutes because of it, and now we have to lead a touchdown drive here and just have a few minutes to play. McNitt has dreamed of this moment, but will it go like how his dreams have been, where he throws that game-winning touchdown and he's the hero, or will it blow up in his face? Will it be a nightmare? McNitt throwing, and he's got a laser, caught out of bounds, and now going down the field, we have just 35 yards separating McNitt from a potential game-winning touchdown here as he throws one up, and it's going to be incomplete. Jump ball, no good. Tried to get the 6'7" tight end an opportunity, but now 2nd down and 10. McNitt standing in the pocket. He throws one. That's going to be caught for a 1st down. Good job there. 2-minute warning has hit now, and now we're going to be covering this game from here on out. McNitt throwing one outside, and that's going to be caught. 1st down and goal. Just a few more yards. 5 to go. McNitt, speed option. It's going to be pitched out, and Georgia blows it up. It's a loss of 4. You still got 3 more plays, though. McNitt will throw one quick outside, and he tried to give his receiver a chance, tried to split the zone. It's incomplete. 3rd down and goal now, and no one gets open here. McNitt just tries to play it safe, doesn't put the ball in harm's way, sets up 4th down. One more chance. Can McNitt be the hero? He's thrown to the end zone, and it's incomplete, and the defense has to come out into the field, and Georgia has the football back, and they're not going to give McNitt another chance. Georgia wins it here, and McNitt, in the end, the fumble, losing a couple of minutes, and then the end zone play just couldn't get it done. With that loss, unfortunately, we are going to be out of the conference championship picture. Georgia and Florida is going to be your SEC championship, but that doesn't mean our season is anywhere near over. We are still a top 10 team in the nation, and as long as we go and take care of business against Texas, we should be going to a playoff appearance, and that's going to be the ultimate goal here, SEC championship or not. We can still get another shot at Georgia in the playoffs if all goes well, and I mean, we could even accomplish more. We could stick it to Georgia far greater if we go and win a national championship, but we can't look too far ahead. We got Arch Manning here at Texas on the road as McNitt will throw across his body, and he's got a big play. That's going to be caught for a 1st down and a whole lot more on the road at Texas, already down 3-0 with 4 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. It's a tough environment, tough game against a very good Texas team. That's going to be a 1st down. And moving the chains once more, 3.5 minutes to play in the 1st quarter. McNitt will have a shotgun snap rolling right, and he is going to take off and run. Can't get to the marker, and it's going to be a field goal try. It is good. Texas can't do anything on their next offensive possession, and there's an RPO play, and throwing it over the middle for a big-time completion. Now we jump ahead, 3rd down and 7. McNitt designed rollout, and he is going to try to run it for the 1st down, and once again, 2nd time, just can't get there. Defense gets a stop, but we jump into another 3rd down, as it's been a lot of situations like this and just nowhere to go with the football, and all of a sudden it's going to be 13-3. It's been nothing going on the offensive side of the football, and a fumble to end the half. It was only a Hail Mary, so that fumble is going to be pretty inconsequential, but down by 10 at half, and McNitt is playing a pretty empty game right now, and maybe some of what happened at the Georgia game is still getting to him. I mean, he basically spent the last 2.5 years, 3 years just trying to get back at Georgia, and ultimately he failed in that goal. He couldn't beat Georgia, and now we just have to hope that it doesn't stick in his mind too much. That's going to be a nice play, and it's going to be 1st down and goal, trying to make this little comeback here. Man in motion, and it's going to be a keeper hurtling in, and that's a touchdown. McNitt still pulling off those incredible athletic feats, and it's going to be 13-10 here, but it has still been an offensive struggle as throwing over the middle. That's going to be caught and not quite a 1st down. Defense now is going to allow a score, and LSU is back down by 10, and things just aren't feeling right for this team. McNitt throwing one out. That's going to be a big-time catch and run. They are set up now at about midfield, but we're going to be jumping ahead to another third down situation, another designed rollout from McNitt. Is he going to try to keep it? No, he's going to throw it this time, and that's going to be caught for a big-time 20-plus yard gain. We are into the fourth quarter. It is 3rd down and 9. McNitt, not a design, but he's going to roll out, and it's going to be incomplete. Field goal on the way is good. Defense gets a stop, and now with 7 minutes to play, we got to go on a game-tying drive here, and it's going to be McNitt running and throwing, caught, 1st down, big-time play, and now under 7 to play, shotgun. It's going to be play action, and McNitt is going to bail out of a clean pocket, but he's going to extend the play, run it, and slide down for a gain of 8. Don't want to take shots, don't want to risk a fumble here, as McNitt will roll, and he's playing a little bit differently here. He's bailing out of clean pockets, and he's just really not acting like himself today, and you really got to question what's going on here. Is he still thinking about Georgia? And he gets knocked out of bounds. Nowhere to go. Their defense shot in through the gap. Now 4th down. You got to do something here, and he gets hit. Can't get the throw up. It's a sack. Defense, cool, we got to stop, but you can't do anything if this offense is just struggling the way that they have. It's been maybe the worst game of the season. Now 2nd down, man in motion, and just an instant sack off the edge. That wasn't even on McNitt. He just couldn't do anything. And now it's 3rd down and very long. McNitt taking a shot deep, and it's going to be incomplete. 4th down, you got to punt it here. Defense, they get a stop, but now this is your last chance. Your playoff hopes are on the line here, and McNitt incomplete. But your playoff hopes are on the line. You can't drop your final 2 games of the regular season. Throwing a screen quickly out. It's going to be caught, and the running back has a 1st down, and McNitt hurrying back to the line here. 2-minute warning is approaching, and he's going to just roll left. And does he have an option to throw it? He does not hit as he's thrown. Ball falls innocently to the ground. 2nd down and 10. McNitt, quick pass. There you go. It's going to be caught. 3rd down and 4. You got to get this one here. This is your last chance, so you can't pump the football back. You can't give it back to Texas, and they're going to get the 1st down on this one. To the line, 1.5 to play. Shotgun snap. McNitt quickly throwing. That's going to be incomplete. Just can't hang on to it under center now. McNitt to throw, and he's just going to quickly run it. There we go. 1st down, sliding down, and now 1:26 to play. McNitt to throw it, and he's going to just try a quick ball outside. That's going to be caught. 1st down, and inching closer little by little. There's still plenty of time. Timeouts in the back pocket, and throwing underneath. That's going to be caught for another 1st down, and McNitt has his team in the red zone, and maybe he's trying to shake off some of the thoughts of last week and get himself back into a good rhythm here. Incomplete pass. 2nd down now as dropping to throw. Free rusher comes off the edge. Fumble, and McNitt, no one is looking at the football. They don't know it's loose, and Texas picks it up, and Texas is on the run, and it's going to be a touchdown. Longhorns, and the fumble, the free rusher just came in, and there was nothing he can do about it. And Texas now 2-score lead. Flag on the play, but at this point, you need a miracle if you're going to want to save your playoff hopes and dreams. A pass interference there is going to help out, get us down the field. 30 seconds to play. McNitt throwing, and there's going to be another flag on the play. It's going to be another pass interference, it looks like. So now, all of a sudden, LSU is at the 1-yard line, but you need a touchdown and an onside kick. 2nd down and goal. It's going to be McNitt throwing end zone quickly, and it's intercepted, and Texas is going to win this game. This whole offense just didn't look like themselves. The run game was bad. McNitt played poorly. He kind of reverted back to what he was previously, and because of that loss, there is no playoffs for LSU. They're going to be playing Maryland in a bowl game. And that is just so disappointing. Georgia goes to the playoffs. Florida goes to the playoffs. But no playoffs for LSU. And this team is not happy about that. Sure, you could sit here and say they lost their final 2 games and they didn't deserve to go to the playoffs. But with how they played this season, they felt like they were still good enough to make it. And now this team is going to be playing angry in this bowl game. McNitt He had a press conference going into this game, and he said simply, just get me the ball, because he has a lot of frustration to let out. He feels like he let this team down. He feels like he failed them. He failed them against Auburn. That was their first loss. He felt like he failed them against Georgia, and he definitely failed them against Texas. And the reason LSU was able to come out here and have a successful season was because of Prince McNitt, because they were a 5-win team last year. He was the quarterback who got them over the hump. But at the same time, the reason they lost their 3 games, you can maybe put on Prince McNitt. So it's a case where you take the good with the bad, but that doesn't mean the bad doesn't sting all that much more when you were so close to being in the playoffs, throwing one deep. That's going to be incomplete, and a early 13-0 lead. No disrespect to Maryland, but LSU feels like they should be playing a much better opponent. They should be playing playoff football right about now, and that's going to be a big-time catch, first down and goal. And Maryland has no answers so far for this LSU team. Not on offense, not on defense. McNitt can't go anywhere. It's 16-0, but a turnover. Offense set up in great field position, play action. McNitt is going to roll. He's going to throw it, and he's got the catch. Touchdown. And that's another one on the board. It's 23-0. And now, man in motion, dropping to throw it. McNitt throwing one up the seam, and that's going to be caught, and a big-time gain. McNitt already over 240 yards in the first half. Play action. He's rolling, and he's going to stop, throw it. That's going to be a catch, and turning upfield, that's another touchdown. And McNitt, he's playing a little bit differently right now. It's 30-0, and another setup in great field position for McNitt. And this offense, he's going to tuck it in, he's going to run it, and he's got another touchdown. And it's 37-0. And now a field goal finally tacked on by Maryland. But this team, where was this team last week? Where was this team against Georgia? Because, man, if this team played as angry as they did last week, maybe we'd be in the playoffs. But McNitt taking a shot there, and that's going to be intercepted. He got hit, couldn't put enough air in the football, but ultimately that doesn't matter. You're up by 34 points. And usually in this type of situation, you know, you'd play a little bit more and the starters would come out. You'd rest the guys. But McNitt refused to come out of this game. He could easily sit right now and be done for, be done with this season, but he's not leaving this game. He throws another touchdown here. It's 44-10 here in the fourth quarter. He's not leaving this game. He's refusing to come to the sidelines. He's going to keep on playing, throwing one on the run, and that's going to be a catch and another big-time play. McNitt has 5 touchdowns, and it's going to be McNitt throwing another big-time pass down the left side of the field. That's a catch. How about going back to the line here? 7 minutes to play in this game. Blitz sent in. Hit as he's thrown, but he's got the completed pass, and he's got a first and goal. 44-17 is your score. Can they get to 50? McNitt's going to run it, and they got 50 points, and that is touchdown number 6 for McNitt. 51-17, McNitt to throw it, and he's going to just throw one deep, and it's going to be caught, and another touchdown, and that's finally going to mercifully end this game. And an angry Prince McNitt comes out and puts up a career day, 58-17, and not only that, McNitt goes for 7 touchdowns and 500 yards on the dot. And man, it's just so unfortunate that this team couldn't play for the playoffs. Georgia, you know, a little bit more insult to injury. They go and make a national championship. They don't win it, but you would have liked to be in that conversation. You would have liked to be there. And it really makes you wonder, is this season, what do we consider it? Is it a success? A failure? Is it okay? I mean, you took a team that went 5-7 and gave them a 10-win season. You doubled their win totals. You went out there and you weren't expecting to go and have the same completion percentage yard statistics playing from the Sun Belt to the SEC, but he threw the same amount of touchdowns. He lowered his interception total, had more all-purpose touchdowns. I mean, he very much limited some of his bad plays and still gave you a lot of special plays. So, the season, I think it's hard not to consider a success, but now McNitt's only got 1 year left. He's graduated, he can go to the NFL, but he doesn't feel like his story is finished here in college, especially not after how last season ended. We're going to be seeing one last season from Prince McNitt. And it's going to be a massive year where we need to come out here and prove that you can go to the playoffs, compete for a national championship, go win a Heisman Trophy, take down Georgia. This is his last opportunity at that. But for those who may be disappointed with how the season went, I will leave you with this. Jaden Daniels, when he transferred to LSU, it's not like he just went and came in, had that Heisman season, and that was it. His first season at LSU, 2,900 yards, 17 touchdowns, 3 picks, 800 rushing yards, 11 touchdowns. And then he exploded to win the Heisman. Go even further back, Joe Burrow. He played a season at LSU before his big year. 2,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, 5 picks, 7 rushing touchdowns. He exploded to have the greatest season in football history, basically, at the college level for a quarterback. There is historical precedent to say that there's going to be a big leap in the next season. And McNitt already surpassed those expectations. He had a good season last year. Will he go even further, though? So we have one episode left in Prince McNitt's story, and will he finish his story on a high note? We will start against a ranked TCU team in the next episode. But let me know what you think of what Prince McNitt was able to do in his junior season and what things look like for his senior season. Can he take down Georgia? Can he silence the doubters? Can he win a Heisman? Can he win a national championship? You let me know, and I will see you guys all in the next one.